Hey everyone, welcome back to M&M IELTS. This is Manmohit. Now in today's video, as you can see in the title and obviously whatever I've written over here, that this video is specifically going to be about the introduction for the IELTS writing, which is basically your task 2 is something that we're going to discuss in today's video. Now, we also have a complete video on our channel about the IELTS writing task 2. So you can also refer to that one after this, just to get a proper understanding of the complete essay. And also in the future videos, we would be breaking down the complete topics into chunks, just so that if you cannot watch the complete video in one sitting, you can just go for these mini videos, as they can help you to understand those specific parts of those specific topics. So if you haven't already, do consider subscribing, just so that whenever those new videos are up, which are every single week, you would be getting notified about them. Now, without wasting just any further time, let's just dive right into this particular topic. And as the name says, introduction. Now, when we do the IELTS task 2, there's no set pattern, but just to get a proper band score, this is what we recommend. We recommend having an introduction. We recommend having a body 1 paragraph, as in the first body paragraph, the second body paragraph, and then the conclusion, because that's an academic approach of writing down a complete essay. In this video, we're going to talk about the introduction. Now, introduction itself is not that much important in the task 2, as in that is not really what decides as to how much band score would you get in that task 2, but then that's the very first thing that the examiner is going to look at when they are going to check your writing essay. So if the introduction is not good enough, you have already left a bad impression on the examiner's mind, because once they see that the introduction isn't up to the mark, they already have got some conceptions made in their mind about you that this essay is not going to be up to the mark. Or if the introduction is extremely good, then it does mean that they will have that understanding in their mind that this essay is going to be a good band score essay. So we just gotta leave a good first impression on the examiner's mind by giving him a brilliant introduction for the task 2 IELTS writing. There's no set word limit for how many words you need to include in your introduction for the task 2. But we usually recommend just having about 40, 50, or even 60 words. It's not going to be a big of a deal, but then around about the words should be good enough. The only thing we need to make sure in the word limit for task 2 is that we have to have at least 250 words. That means, as the word says, at least, you cannot have less than 250, otherwise you will lose marks. But anything 250 or above would be fair enough. Even if you go up to 280, 290, even 300 words, there's no set word limit as long as it touches 250. Now, what we recommend in the IELTS writing task 2 is having a 2-sentence approach. Now, there's nothing wrong in having 3 sentences, because many essays I've seen that students prefer just typing in 3 sentences. That's not wrong. That is absolutely fine. But then even if you have 2 sentences, but making sure you're including whatever is required, it is good enough to get a great band score in the IELTS writing. So we'll go with the 2-sentence approach. Now, what are those 2 sentences? The first sentence is going to be your paraphrased sentence of the topic. So whatever the statement has been given to you in the writing essay, you are going to pretty much not do much, but just paraphrase that particular sentence or the statement, and that's it. Obviously, when you paraphrase, you have to make sure the synonyms that you're using should make sense, as in the spellings are right, all those kind of things. You're not making any spelling mistakes, and whatever you're paraphrasing, the meaning should be retained. I've seen many students, what they do is they try to just make their essays so much complex and difficult just to give some more vocabulary words to the examiner. But what happens with that is they just distort the meaning of the complete statement. That is not what we are aiming for. You have to make sure that we keep and we retain whatever has been said in the topic sentence. And with that, we use some synonyms and paraphrase that sentence. If you read this one out, so I've just taken one opinion essay over here discussing both views. That's the type of the essay. Now, in the exam, you can have different types of essays. You can have problem solution, you can have direct question, you can have so many different types of essays, and this method will work with any type of essay that you get. First step is to paraphrase whatever the statement has been given. Now, they are saying, some people say that parents have the most important role in a child's development. However, others argue that other things like television or friends have the most significant influence. So what does this statement mean? So basically, they have given us two different opinions. First opinion they have given is that in a child's development, parents have the most important role. And then they have given us another opinion where it says that no, that's not the case. It's television and friends which play a major role in the child's development. And what it's asking from us is discuss both views. So that's very important. We have to make sure we discuss both of the views and then give our own opinion. It's extremely important to read out the question as to what is it asking from us, because students, if you miss this part, if you do not discuss both of the views, you will not get a good band score, and if you do not give your own opinion, you again do not get a good band score. So we have to make sure we discuss both of them and also give our own opinion. Now, like I said, the first part is to paraphrase. Now it says, some people say that parents have the most important role in a child's development. However, others argue that other things like television or friends have the most significant influence. Now, this is how I have paraphrased over here. So what I've done is I've written, some individuals are of the opinion that parents have the most significant role in a child's development. So what have I done? I've basically just changed few words, as in just use some synonyms instead of the given word. So instead of the word important, I've used the word significant. Instead of some people, I've used the word some individuals. And then I've just said some individuals are of the opinion. So just try to paraphrase the exact same thing that was given. And then what I've done is, however, others opine that friends and television have a more important role. So, however, others argue that other things like television or friends have the most significant influence. Instead of that, what I've written is, however, others opine that friends and television have a more important role. Now, this does not just apply for students who are aiming for, 6 bands or 5 bands or what. Even if you're aiming for 8 bands in IELTS, this method absolutely works. You don't have to overcomplicate things which are not required. Yes, you will have to have a good set of vocabulary words when you type your body 1 and body 2 paragraph, but not in a way that you just have to deliberately throw in a couple of words which even you do not know the meaning of and then just try to impress the examiner. No, IELTS exam does not work like that. You use those words which you actually know the application of, and making sure that those words make sense in whatever that essay that you're typing. Next part is, so first, if you have paraphrased, second is giving your own ideas, which I call as thesis statement. All right. Now this will depend on what type of essay you got. If an essay is a problem and solution essay, so you basically give two ideas. One idea would be your problem, another idea would be the solution for that. In this case, if the essay is discuss both views, so you basically still have to give both of the ideas, so idea 1 and idea 2. But then in this case, both of these ideas, so one idea would relate to the first sentence, which is parents have the most important role, and second idea would relate to television or friends have the most significant influence. Now, what I've done over here is I've taken two ideas. First, parents play an important role. So what I've done is this essay will discuss how the culture runs in the family and parents shape the mind of a child. So this is my first idea, which denotes that parents play an important role in a child's development. You can go with any other idea. I'm not saying to stick with the same ideas. You can go with any other ones, but then whichever idea comes in your mind first, and that should make sense, should be the one that you should be going for. And second idea where I had to relate that, yes, television and friends play an important role. So what I've done is, and how friends and television are important to do what? To help children grow socially. Because if a child or if a person has got good friend circle, he watches a lot of television like news, all these kind of things, all these programs, it will help the child to grow socially, because then he would be able to have a good social interaction with other people because of his knowledge and experience. So I haven't elaborated that idea in this paragraph because I cannot exceed so many words and I cannot just explain everything in the first paragraph. So the only thing you do is you just give the ideas. You don't explain or elaborate those ideas in introduction. Introduction is just about introducing those things for the first time. That's all. And then what I've done is then will lead to a logical conclusion. What does this sentence mean over here is that I would be giving my own opinion at the end. So have I covered all the questions that were asked to me? Discuss both views. Have I discussed both of the views? Absolutely yes. Give your own opinion. Have I given my own opinion? Yes, I've said that in the introduction that it will lead to a logical conclusion. That means when I conclude my essay, I would be giving my own opinion. And have I paraphrased my topic? Have I paraphrased my essay question? Yes, I have. So this would be counted as my perfect introduction. And like I said, this works with every single type of essay. So whatever essay type you get, you just stick with the same schedule. Yes, you can have 3 sentences. You can even include a general statement, something about, yes, a child's development depends on many factors in the environment, something like this. You can even have a general sentence, but like I said, that's not required. That's not a requirement from IELTS. So you can include that. You cannot, that completely would be upon you. But as long as you have got these 2 sentences, that is going to be considered as a perfect introduction. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any sort of questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. If you need any sort of specific videos that you want us to make, we can prioritize those ones as well. You can just put them down in the comment section below and me and Mohit can prioritize those ones and make those videos on an early basis instead of the ones that we have got planned and scheduled. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing so that whenever those new videos are up, which are every single week, you would be getting notified about them right away so you can get on to your preparation. All the best if you have got your exams coming soon. Stay safe wherever you are, and I'll see you all in the next video.